What an honour for me to be welcomed on stage by the inspirational Elena. Akarja, friends and comrades, it is an honour and privilege to join you all here today in the historic Basque Country and to be joined on stage by international delegates from Palestine, Kurdistan, Uruguay, Catalonia, Galicia, Colombia, Venezuela, Cuba and Corsica. Today's Congress takes place against the backdrop of unprecedented global challenges. The need for strengthened cooperation between national liberation movements and progressive forces has never been more important. As internationalists, we have a responsibility to give hope and to deliver positive change globally. Comrades, the pursuit of self-determination and national democracy is the essential international struggle of our time. The world we live in is dominated by the issue: the right of nations to make their own laws and to determine their own destinies as provided for in the United Nations Charter. There is no legitimate or legal alternative to respect for national sovereignty, the use of diplomacy and peaceful coexistence. Respect for self-determination is the key to establishing and maintaining a multipolar world based upon equality, diplomacy and peace. However, during the last 12 months, there has been an unprecedented undermining of international law and the multilateral system. The fundamental rights referred to and conferred on every nation by the United Nations Charter are being routinely ripped up, even on the floors of the United Nations General Assembly and Security Council. This comes at a time when the US President Trump has violated Venezuela national sovereignty, intensified the illegal embargo against Cuba, threatened more unilateral military attacks in the Middle East, and is continuing threats against Greenland. All the while, wars continue to rage across the world: in Ukraine, the result of Russian imperialist interests, and in the Congo and Sudan, the legacy of neocolonialism in Africa. But of course, the most totemic national democratic struggle of our generation is in Palestine, the freedom and liberation of the Palestinian people. Palestine crystallizes the fundamental contradiction between the right to self-determination and colonialism. It is our moral obligation to stand against Israel's system of apartheid, occupation and genocide, and to support efforts to deliver peace, justice and freedom to the Palestinian people. As progressives, we must assert that imperialism and colonial aggression have no future. Comrades, the very future of international law and our multilateral system has been brought to a tipping point. We must ensure that the primacy of international law, self-determination and national democracy are defended and enforced. Creating positive and progressive alliances to protect and advance national and democratic objectives is crucial, especially building on existing relations like the historic bonds between the people of Ireland and Euska Herrera. As an Irish Republican, I want to bring about Irish unity through democratic constitutional change. And through that same prism, I support the same right to national self-determination being afforded to this historic nation and to the Basque people. Akarja, by standing together and building relationships, we can achieve a brighter, equal and peaceful future. Comrades, I cannot finish without remembering our fallen comrades and patriots, nor without sending solidarity and a warm greeting from Irish Republicans to the remaining Basque political prisoners and their families. So many years after the beginning of the peace process, all Basque prisoners should be released and be at home with their families. Eeskul presiak eta Yeslariak itxiera.